So the next part will be done of Tom loses the tooth. Sid rushed to call help. Sid came down, rushed down to call help from Aunt Polly. Tom's imagination was working for perfectly by now. Because Tom, what he imagined, he thought that he would be acting, and that acting seems to be truthful now. His groans had gathered a genuine tone, so it appeared that his groans, he was crying, he was lamenting, he was feeling pain, and that feeling of pain appears to be truthful now. Genuine means truthful. Meanwhile, Sid flew downstairs, came downstairs. Oh, Aunt Polly, come, Tom is dying. Dying? Sid reported to Aunt Polly that Tom was dying. So Aunt Polly was quite surprised. Dying? Yes, don't wait, come quick. What rubbish? I don't believe it. Aunt Polly was sure that Tom was not dying, so she says that she is not believing anything. She flew upstairs with Sid and Mary, Tom's cousin. So with Mary and Sid, she went to Tom. Her face grew pale, so she was again in a mood of tension. Her lips were trembled. Her lips were shaking. There is tremor. She was in a troublesome state. When she reached beside and the bedside, she gasped out. When she reached in Tom's bed, she gasped out. She felt relieved. Because she saw herself that Tom was not dying actually. Gasped out means that, so let loose, breathe out heavily. Oh, auntie, I am half lying. This is gone. He went to say something more. What's the matter with you, child? Oh, auntie, my toe is paining. So this is the reason he was crying. The toe is paining. The old lady sank into the chair. She sat down on the chair. She laughed a little. She laughed, smiled hard. Then cried a little. Then cried, shed tears. Then she said, Tom, what a shock you did give me. So I was in a tension, Tom, because you were crying, and she reported that you were dying. Now shut up the nonsense and get out of this. Now shut up. I know that this is an excuse. Now get out. Get ready for the school. The groans ceased. So Tom was crying. The cry stopped altogether. The toe pain vanished. Tom felt a little foolish and said, Aunt Polly, how my tooth aches. So he kept this toothache in reserve. So now he reveals that his tooth is aching. So there is pain in the tooth. The pain is more than that in my toe. So this pain of the tooth is much greater than the toe in the pain. Pain in the toe. Your tooth, indeed. What's the matter with your tooth? One of them is loose. It aches awfully. One of the teeth is loose, and it is painful. It is paining hard. There. Now don't begin that groaning again. Okay. I'll see that, but don't cry aloud again. Open your mouth. Your tooth is loose. I see that your tooth is loose, but you are not going to die for that. But you will not die for toothache. Mary, get me a silk thread. So Mary was asked to get him to produce before her a silk thread. Tom said, oh please auntie, don't pull it out. It doesn't hurt anymore. So Tom was apprehending, Tom was thinking that if Aunt Polly came to know that about the loose tooth, then she would pull it out. So that is going to happen. So Aunt Polly made arrangement with silk thread, and Tom said that he expressed that actually he was doing all. It is not hurting anymore. Because he felt that if Aunt Polly pull it out, it will pain lot more. Please auntie, I don't want to stay home from school. So this is the reason why he was acting in this way. He confessed that he would not act in this way anymore, and he would not stay home from school. So all this was because he wanted to stay home from school and go fishing. So you were acting because you wanted to stay home and go fishing. So this is the reason. Tom, I love you so much, and you try to break my heart in every way with your naughtiness. So with your naughtiness, you are quite naughty. You play prank. So I love you so much, but you play prank in such a way as if everybody becomes quite in a tensed mood. By this time, the dental instrument was ready. Dental instrument means that the silk thread. The old lady fastened one end of the silk thread to Tom's tooth. One end has been fastened to the loose tooth of Tom, and the other end to the bedpost. And other end to the bedpost of the bed. She pulled, and the tooth hung dangling by the bedpost. She gave a pull, and the tooth came out, and it was dangling. It was oscillating like pendulum in the bedpost. Tom now had a gap in his upper row of teeth. There is a gap because the tooth has come out. This enabled him to smile in a new and admirable way. So for this reason, his smile looks quite admirable one. Okay, so up to this, so you can realize that how Tom became a victim of his own trap. He played trick for bunking the school, but ultimately his acting was caught and he was punished because the loose tooth was extracted by Aunt Polly. So it caused a little pain in Tom. So up to this chapter. Okay.